not so easy.
They're like deliberately doing it. Dig long.
Now
and
I'm doing it. Oh, it's going there. It's like, oh.
Next event, you've got to try and do one.
Yeah, and then I'll,
Imagine that first point in the next event that someone opens
that I'll
up.
try.
Hey, this actually works. This is great.
All right. Hey, guys, welcome back to the podcast. We're here at China Smash, and we've got another amazing guest, Debora Vivarelli from Italy. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Great to have you on the show, and all good?
I mean, I lost yesterday, so obviously I'm a bit upset, but it's part of the game.
Yeah. Tough, close fifth set game. How did you feel it went?
Honestly, I never beat her, so I was not too happy about the draw, but if I have to see the cup half full, it's the best match I had against her. So yeah, I try to see the positive sides. Otherwise, we play so much that if you let every loss get too close to you, it's just too hard.
Yeah, so, and it affects the next thing coming. So
yeah, I mean, it's tough. You come all the way to China to play one match, but it is like this. You have to just accept it and try to move on.
What is for you the next thing, moving on, next tournament, next match? What have you got coming up?
We have European Championships teams
of course,
in Croatia, and after that we have London. I'll play at the Star Contender.
Nice, yeah.
So yeah, that's the next two things, and then I'll see about November and December. League is starting, so yeah, it's gonna be maybe a little bit busier, and I just try to schedule from month to month or 2 months maximum.
Yeah, that's clever. Yeah, I think.
It's hard to make it big plans.
Yeah. There's so many events now, and table tennis players, you guys are so busy from one hotel to the next. I guess next event, a lot going on.
Yeah, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm trying to go to the toilet and I hit the wall because I don't remember
where you are.
Where am I? Hotel I am. But
am I home or am I? Where am I?
I mean, it's kind of cool because you get to travel a lot. Obviously, everyone's like, "Oh, your life is so cool. You go there." But sometimes you don't even have time to do anything.
Yeah.
So before the competition, you try to prepare. You try to do the things you have to. You practice. And after, most of the time, you just leave right away because maybe league is coming up or next competition is coming up. Or, in this case, I got 2 days. So maybe a little shopping, maybe a little Chinese wall, or we'll see.
Nice,
we'll see.
Great Wall of China is worth it. I've done that before and it's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How do you actually practice when you're traveling a lot? Because I always wondered, how are players getting, let's say, good practice in? Because you're always traveling, or do you try and practice at the training halls at the events to get your good training? And
obviously you have to learn how to deal with this kind of things. It's not easy because we're a lot in competition, so you need to really try to be as professional as you can. Even if you lose the day after, maybe you go to practice because you start preparing for the next competition. We don't have so much time at home to say, okay, we can prepare for this competition 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, how they do in other sports. So when competition's done, you already have to prepare for the next one or for the league in the weekend. So every chance you get to practice, you just have to take it. Doesn't matter if it's at the competition or wherever. So it's tough.
Sure. I see on your Instagram, you're actually into quite a lot of sports. You do skiing, a lot of different outdoor stuff, which is really cool.
I just had 2 people coming up to me the other day. I was like, "Oh, you're always on vacation." I'm like, "No, I'm home. That's my home."
It looks like a nice place to be home.
Nina told me the other day, "You're already." Every time I open Instagram, it's like, "You're on vacation." I'm like, "No, that's my home. I go to mountains. I leave in the morning. I come back in the evening. That's
so
just
nice.
what we do in the weekends. Just go to the mountains in the winter." I try to not do too much skiing because obviously it's dangerous. But once or twice a year, I allow myself to do that because I really like it. And then I just go to the lake or whatever. I had some vacation too. I went to Sicily this summer, but it's not that my life is a whole vacation. It's just where I live. It's kind of really beautiful, so it looks like I'm on vacation.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
But it's literally just right outside my house. So
that's awesome, though. Yeah.
I've never actually ever done skiing, but I've heard it's quite hard to learn at the start. Or is it easy?
I learned it when I was 3. My mom put me on the skis. She turned around, put the skis on my sister, and I was gone. She found me at the bottom of the slope. They have those orange sacks with sand inside. I was just literally in that thing. So cool. But it's not easy. The earlier you learn it, obviously it's easier, but it's really fun though. Yeah.
And how did you get into table tennis then? I guess with all skiing around you and different things. Did your parents play or?
Yeah. unfortunately, both of my parents were playing.
That's awesome.
I wish if I could go back, I would do skiing probably.
Oh, really?
But both my parents played, so I was in the hall like right away from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started. My sister played too. And I kind of started winning youth competitions, and when you're a kid and
Then it's addictive.
yeah, and you start being a little bit good, then it's like, okay, I like this, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So like, and I just kept going, and still until today, both my parents are into table tennis. My little sister's playing also. My niece is playing also.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
it's like
You're a role model now,
Yeah.
the new generation coming through.
there is no escape. But at least my little niece now, she started artistic, like gymnast. So at least one of the family is out of the business.
Doing something different. She's breaking the line now.
Exactly. Yeah, she was like, nope, not doing this.
Isn't it your mother that has a table tennis club?
Yeah,
or
exactly.
She
My mom.
founded it?
She took it over. Like,
That's so cool.
yeah, we were first in a small village called Appiano, where I live now, and then we moved to the city, to Bolzano, because it's like a little bit bigger. We have a big hall, like 24/7.
Wow.
Because before we would practice in schools, so you only had like certain hours a day, and you had to
Put the tables
put
up
the
and
tables,
stuff.
take them down, and whatever. So now we have a big hall. I just miss a bit of players in the hall. Like that's a little bit my problem, that I have a big hall, but not so many players. So that's why often I have to go maybe practice to Germany or like that.
This is difficult, I think, for a lot of players. Like, obviously, depending on where you are, your location. Like, sometimes it's just once you get to that high level, like, okay, how do I consistently get like the good practice
Yeah,
partners?
it's hard.
And then it's traveling, right? Again, more traveling.
Exactly. That's hard because like there's not big groups anymore where you can practice, because everyone obviously is playing either tournaments or league, or it's hard to find a big group. So we have a training center in Italy, which is way further away from, for example, Düsseldorf for me, because I
So
live.
it's easier for you to go.
I have
to
a
go
straight
there.
flight, for example, from
Wow.
Bolzano to Düsseldorf. It takes me like 2.5 hours from my home till the hall. Instead of going maybe to the training camp in Italy, it takes me 7.5 hours by train.
Wow.
So like, yeah, sometimes you need just to choose the easier one. But yeah, it's not easy to find places. So we try to practice, as I said before, like at the competitions with different players. So you have a chance, maybe defense, lefty, pimples. So
That's
you
the
got
thing.
everything.
In I don't know, maybe even more so in the women's game, I'd say, like, there's variety of players, whereas obviously there's a lot of different variety in the men's as well, but I think the women's has more, I'd say, like defense, pimples, like these the Indian players with the like anti-style.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
it's
There's quite a lot of choppers as well in the women's game. Like
Yeah.
in the men's game, kind of
quite a standard style,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Except for a few.
a few obviously stand out.
Maybe also in the guys now slowly.
I was going to
Some
say,
guys
yeah,
are
like,
trying to
the
change.
anti-spin on the backhand.
Exactly.
Like
We
Luke
spoke
and
about
stuff.
Abbasi, Amireza
Yeah.
Abbasi,
Yeah.
like playing with this
or
style.
Luka
Luka
Mladenovic,
Mladenovic, yeah.
Some people now in Italy as well. Daniele Pinto.
Yeah.
Really?
He also put the anti-top on his backhand.
interesting.
So
People are trying it. 'Cause
Yeah.
even we were messing about with it for a bit.
Yeah, it's so hard.
Very
I think
difficult.
people, a lot. Well, I said to Luca before, like people think you just put it on the bat and
you
great,
go, yeah.
you
We,
mess
we
all
would
the players
try
up.
it for fun. It's like, that's difficult.
It's so difficult.
yeah. No, but obviously, like women's game is complicated. Like I think I would be better in a boys' game. Like it's easier.
Normal topspin style all the
Exactly.
time.
You have a very nice
topspin game.
Topspin.
right?
perfect game.
Yeah, so that's why, like, for example, a game like yesterday is hard for me. Like, especially lefty, I don't
Awkward
really
serves
like
and
awkward serve, awkward spin. So, but yeah, obviously also last smash I played against US player. She had the kind of half long pimps in her backhand. It's like you don't get to train with those kind of.
that's the problem,
you
isn't
know.
it? Yeah.
So or short pimps in forehand or anti, or some Indian players have both sides.
Yeah, that Aika,
Yeah, when I was there in India with you guys last
Yeah.
year, I tried to practice as much as I could. I maybe would do one practice with 3 different pimples, like one in the
Yeah.
forehand, one in the backhand, one both sides. It's just like your brain is just like constantly like, what should I do? What should I do? Like, it's so hard. Like
The
I
thing
just
with-
want to play table tennis. It's like math, and I've never been good in math.
Table tennis is already hard enough. There's already a lot going on in the brain, I think, with
Yeah,
table tennis.
yeah.
Like thinking about tactics, thinking about where to put the ball, your own shots. Like
Exactly.
it's already enough. Like
Exactly.
It's difficult.
Such a hard game.
I mean, it's also fun. I mean, like it's hard sometimes to explain to people like back home. Maybe they have no idea about just friends watch him saying, what was going on there? Like, why was the ball coming like that? Or why couldn't you play like this? Like, yeah, there's different kinds of rubbers but
even
hard
against
to
normal
explain.
styles, like someone who's not a table tennis person, and someone does a backspin serve and you play it in the net because you're trying to play the ball short. Well, I mean, why did he miss that? But
Exactly.
they don't see the spin. They don't see, if the ball goes long there, they're going to kill it past you. So it's tough for non-table
even
tennis.
my dad sometimes, like, I mean, he used to be a player, but some years ago, and like it was
It's changed
different.
a lot. Yeah.
I was like he's trying to analyze my matches. I'm like, Dad, it's okay, like, let's just speak about something
Leave the
else.
past in the past.
Exactly.
That's funny. Once I was in a school with like an assembly of like 500 kids, right? I'll come watch table tennis, and the head teacher put like a projector on the screen, right, for all the kids to watch table tennis. I was like, oh, what do I put on? It was really on the spot. So I chucked Marlon and Janjika from the Austrian Open. Remember this big match back in the day,
Crazy.
right? I was like, they're going to love it, right? I chucked it on. All the kids were just like this. Not interested at all, right? So I was like, oh, I'll quickly change. And I chucked on an exhibition. I chucked on this crazy exhibition, one of the...
Waldner or someone
in person, right? And they were going crazy.
Yeah.
I was just, that's so interesting, so people that don't see or understand table tennis, they won't understand the intricacies. I'm like, Marlon's backhand was unbelievable there, but they don't understand it,
Yeah. It's also hard, like, I guess, to understand what's going on from a screen. I think
true.
in person,
When it's so different,
So
isn't it?
different. But yeah, if you're not into table tennis, it's kind of hard to understand like how amazing it actually is, what you can do with the ball. But
true.
some people maybe try to understand, but obviously with kids, it's like
Yeah, it's even more so,
it's
yeah?
hard. Like
Yeah. I think this is why outdoor table tennis tables and, tables that are in, let's say, clubs, different nightclubs, schools, is actually wherever, right? Yeah, they have them now.
now they have like, there's a lot of
it's true,
24/7 or pubs or
exactly,
like
pubs, anything, right? Then it's like exposing, like when someone tries, oh, that was weird, that serve was crazy, and then they start to understand it, and when they watch
That's just playing John down the road who's having a beer.
Exactly. and then when they go to watch it, they can actually understand it a bit more, like, oh wow, these guys are incredible, right? And that's really important, I think, for the sport. It sounds crazy, but you just need to have a bit of, that's why we like football. Everyone plays football, and then when you watch it, you're like, wow, Ronaldo just scored.
By the way, I hate football.
Oh, sorry.
Stick to skiing, Dan.
You don't watch the World Cup when Italy are playing?
I used to, but I don't know. It's just too much. In Italy, it's just all about football. So
Yeah,
it's
the
kind
same
of,
in England.
Yeah,
where
even
we're from.
more. But it's like
insane.
sad sometimes. Like
It is.
there's so many nice sports, and you open like the newspaper, the biggest sport newspapers, like the first 85 pages is like football from the first league till the
20th.
exactly, and then maybe volleyball. Oh, they're world champion. Oh, they got like a little
In the
part.
small print at the bottom.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
crazy.
Yeah, I used to be a football fan. I also went to school, actually. I moved to Milan when I was 15.
Oh, wow.
And I used to go to school with, probably that's why I hate it so much. Like now,
A lot of football, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to school with Balotelli and these kind of
Oh,
people.
wow.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
And it was me and 25 football players in the class. So
Yeah.
I was
Gets a
practicing
bit-
already like 6-7 hours a day, and they would maybe do like 1.5, and then Wednesday they would have a game, and then Thursday I would have off, and like they would earn already so much money,
it's
and I'm
crazy.
like, oh, that's not fair.
Yeah.
So I think that's when I actually started hating it so much.
No, I can understand that.
But,
And
yeah.
table tennis is such a hard sport. It's not as much reward as these footballers earning millions. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
For sure. I do, from my perspective now, though, over the last 5 years, I feel like table tennis is on the rise, though, like globally, especially the Olympics and other events, like the sport is growing. I mean, take like the Europe Smash, that was crazy. And it was actually on a few TV shows, and the TV shows were saying, oh, who won the Europe Smash?
Oh, like a quiz show. I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw something. I was like, wow, like it's getting recognized.
Yeah, I think also if there's one good thing about social media is that actually people know now about our sport. Like they see some points, they see some videos, and they're like, oh, that's table tennis. Wow.
And
So-
start to know the players a bit more as well, like
Exactly.
who's who a little bit.
Also, maybe there's more and more, especially in the men's, that non-Chinese are getting better. Truls, the LeBron brothers, like they win some medals at the Olympics. And I mean, obviously, like Truls is
It's like a superstar.
right now.
yeah.
So everyone like knows him. Like now, oh, you know the Swedish guy? Yeah, like I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw yesterday he went to see Yannick Sinner.
I saw that.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
he's from my home, like not my hometown, but from the same region.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Like now everyone knows where we live, where Südtirol is, because
Yeah.
of him. Because before
Yeah,
nobody
that's-
knew where.
But that's a
or,
great
like,
example, though,
he's
right?
in German-speaking Italian, so nobody could understand that.
Yes, you're German speaking as well, right?
Because that region used to belong to Austria before.
Right, yeah.
And so we're like, where I grew up, we didn't even have Italian schools. So
Wow.
I would go to German school, and I'm lucky because like my dad's Italian, my mom is like 50-50.
Okay.
So I would grow up speaking both languages.
I mean, useful for Düsseldorf.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
absolutely. Yeah, so I'm from the same area from Yannick. He's a bit further away, but yeah.
That's
I
cool,
wish
though.
I would be as good as him, but
Yeah, he's crazy good
he's
now.
crazy good now.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's really inspiring. Yeah, by the way, even Yannick said in a recent interview that when he's home, he goes play ping pong. So,
Has he? Yeah? Let's get a match against him.
so maybe I should try to give him a.
Challenge match.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I love that.
Yeah.
Obviously, now you played a lot of like the Smash events and other WTT events. I mean, especially here in China, it's pretty crazy. Like with the fans and like the security, obviously, because the Chinese players here are like mega stars. Yeah. What's it like playing like a Smash in these big arenas to, I don't know, League, for example?
Yeah, no, it is honestly very nice. Like especially the Smashes are really organized very well. Like from the venue, from the hotels, from just everything. Obviously, China. I mean, I played very late yesterday. There were still some people, but last year I played earlier and it was full. Like the hall was actually full. I know it's also holidays here, so maybe there's more people coming. But I mean, probably that's why they made it right now. So it was kind of smart. But it's nice. Like it's nice to see. Even Sweden was nice. There was some people. I was like, who's gonna show up like at 10 on a Thursday? Like it was actually like a couple of hundred people in the hall.
Amazing,
So it was nice. And in League, we don't get to have so many spectators. Like maybe in Germany, France, like in the men's.
Yeah.
Especially in women's table tennis, I feel like in Europe it's tough. Like if you have like 50 people, maybe half of your family's there, so it's already 10. And maybe a couple of friends that you convince to come because there's like free beers.
Yes.
I remember there was a time my mom was like to invite some people to come watch. Like we would put like some snacks and some free drinks and but they would come. Maybe they were just coming from the beer or the drink, but at least you looked up and there was like 50 people in the stands. It's definitely nice to play with some spectators. It's
It's a good
fun.
feeling, right? It gives you a bit of energy. It gives you like that. Like,
definitely. Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't know.
No. I'll be too nervous if people watching.
No, I mean, yes, but also like
you
get used to it. I remember at the Olympics, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That was insane. I got smashed because I was not really lucky with the draw.
Yeah.
You like put all this effort to qualify, and then I play Hayata the first match. That was like heartbreaking.
And she won bronze. She won bronze, right?
She won bronze.
Yeah.
So, and I played Hayata and Georgia played Hirano. So like it couldn't be a worse draw for us.
Yeah.
I remember we said to our coach, she didn't want it to go to the draw. Then we're like, come on, I think it's better you should go. When she came back, she's like, I told you I should not go.
I was bad luck.
It's like, but
so tough.
it was really amazing in Paris. I remember I left the court and like everybody was like clapping, and I didn't realize they were like clapping for me, even though like I got smashed. Like it was just like.
So appreciating you're an
the
Olympian.
coach was like, like they're for you. I'm like, oh, like, it was nice. It was really nice. Yeah.
But you can be such an emotional sport, table tennis. And just going back to, I think I watched a video earlier, and it was you playing at, I think it was Singapore Smash, when you went through this crazy run at the qualifying, and then it was like really tight game. You won in the fifth, and it was like just all the emotion just came out in this moment. And I watched a clip of it earlier with like the coach, and you're just like with the towel, like crying, just so much emotion.
That was actually the tournament that gave me like the good chance to qualify. It was before Paris. Yeah, that was February or March, something before Paris. So that was really like important. And by the way, I played Mia Brateko. She's a good friend of me, and we played in the same club. So it's always hard. Like
that's tough.
I was like happy for me, but somehow heartbreaking for her. But it was just the right moment. Like I needed that win. I needed that result, and it came. And it was just many years of hard working.
Yeah.
But you win that match, like I had half foot in Paris, so I was like, I just let it go. And but it was nice. Yeah, it was nice.
Nice. And what sort of your practice? You have a really nice style of play, like topspin attack. When you practice, do you always? What is the sort of thing that you try and practice? Like, is it always topspins, and is it serve receive?
Well, obviously, like I'm aggressive, so like I'm practicing a lot being aggressive, a lot of topspin. I should probably practice a bit more also the passive game or the ugly game. Let's put it like this.
Because you were talking earlier about like different styles and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but you have to also find like people that you can practice with that have different styles. So obviously like maybe it's easier to try to do it a little bit in a multiple if you don't have the chance to have pimples, or maybe the coach can try to improvise a little bit. But yeah, there's definitely maybe a little bit more tactical things I should be working on, and I'm trying to find, with the years passing, you end up always like doing kind of the same stuff. So sometimes you just need a little change, and but yeah, definitely there's a little bit of everything, but especially obviously the aggressive, the topspin, the power, which is like my strength. But you always could do more for your weaknesses. Let's put it like this. It's never enough.
But it's always not fun to practice that as well.
Exactly. But yeah.
What about like the chop blocks and stuff? Do you ever try that?
I can do it in practice. I just never have like the relaxation or like that thing to do it in a match.
Yeah, like the freedom to...
Exactly. I'm not chill enough from in a match because I'm like so tense that I can do it in the practice. Like I like to do it also. Multi-balls or because I practice, or when
it's
you play
fun,
service free. I was like seeing now all those players like doing it, like I don't know, Trolls or another
Adriana
one is,
sometimes.
Adriana or Ricardo Walter. Like it's just fun. Like wow, it's like so cool. I want to do it in a game. Like then doing it on purpose, like it's not so easy.
They're like deliberately doing it. Dig long.
Now
and
I'm doing it. It's going there. It's like
next event you got to try and do one.
And then I'll
imagine that first point in the next event for someone opens
that I'll
up.
try.
Hey, this actually works. This is great.
It's like those kind of things. If you try to do it on purpose, it's not working.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing it just like randomly, it maybe works.
It's
unless you have Adriana's or Jules feeling. Or
but
whatever,
sometimes it's like in your personality as well. Maybe they're more like, I don't know, more laid back, that's kind of their style, so they find it's comfortable. So, but you got to do what works for you, right?
Yeah.
So.
But especially like I feel like playing against, if you want to have a chance, like with Asian players especially, like you have to find probably a way to
something
play
ugly,
because like if you play their game.
Just clean top spins, it's a game over, right? Like we were saying earlier about like there's a bit less Asian dominance in the men's side now, but in the women's side it still seems like pretty dominant, right?
Crazy. Now once in a while, I mean Adriana just recently beat one, but it's like one every.
It's more like a
games.
surprise than a.
Yes.
Why is that? Do you think then? Why are the women so dominant in table tennis and the women's more so?
I think like they're just physically very strong, like. Also, like serve receive, like they're just. It's almost like a men's game, and some of them are actually playing almost like men's. I feel like when you play, especially the top Chinese players,
like Sun Ying-Shao's just
Sun Ying-Shao, or like even the Japanese, like I would be surprised to see like playing those girls with maybe.
We've always said this, like to play the guys. It'd be really
so
interesting.
Cool. I would be probably the most
try and
viral
set this up somehow.
Yeah. No, it'd be epic.
But yeah, I feel like they overpower us.
Yeah.
Somehow,
Once I went to the National Centre in China in 2015, managed to sneak in there for a bit. It was crazy. And actually, a lot of the women were training with the men. Like, so I remember Chen Meng was just having a training session with like Marlin. Yeah. Like, just it was normal. It wasn't. Whereas maybe that might be a huge difference because obviously
doesn't happen as much in Europe.
Doesn't happen as much. I mean,
you can see some men's playing with women's, but. Not so much.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, like Chen Meng, they were training, like they were in the actual practice with them, you know, like it was no, and so Sun Ying-Shao's training partners probably Lin Shidong quite a lot,
which is going to help us. They get used to that quality,
ridiculous quality.
Yeah, exactly.
So that probably definitely helps, but it's definitely not easy.
It's hard. But if you see those players who beat the Chinese. It's Adriana. She has a different game.
Yeah.
Ernie, she has a particular game.
Yeah, true.
Or maybe lefties, Samara. Or like the ones who are the closest, they have different
something unique, a more unique style. Okay.
So, especially in women's, if you see, there's a lot of lefties that are good. Even like back in the days. So, trying to play.
Switch hands.
Get some anti-spin on your backhand.
People told me that too a couple of times.
It's hard.
No, the thing is with your style, because it's so aggressive and clean and good. I think the results can come. You just got to keep pushing. Do you know what I mean? And like, you'll find it.
Yeah, I'm a bit that kind of person. Like, if there's a wall, I'm trying to hit it until I make it, and eventually it will fall. But yeah, I would say I'm resilient. I'm not very consistent, unfortunately. Like, my results are not like always like very consistent, but there's some peaks. But yeah, it has to be almost everything perfect to play good. Like, then I can be, I think, very dangerous. But if like just already something is missing a little bit, it's kind of hard. Also, like, we most of the time have also no coaches with us, and you just have to figure it out yourself sometimes. So in this case, I had someone, but I'm not practicing with him, so it was the first time he was on my bench.
Oh, really?
Sometimes sometimes we have nobody, because, I mean, we pay for most of our tournaments ourselves, and let alone paying also for a coach to come with you. It's kind of almost impossible. So sometimes you're like there preparing your match alone, then you turn around, you have like maybe the Asian players there, like 1 players and 5 staff, like somebody picking up the balls for them, somebody massaging them, some left sparring, right sparring, the coach, the physical coach. Like, wow.
Yeah, that's an advantage.
And I'm here, like, you know, we already start like 100-0, like this it's even like 1,000-0. But then you're like, okay, I mean, I know it's like this, and we have to try to make the best out of it. And yeah, it is what it is.
And it's why it shows how, I guess, how big table tennis is in Asia with the whole team. It's like a Formula One team.
Now, I think in table tennis, it becomes more and more like tennis. Like, it's every player has kind of their own team. Like the physio, the physical coach, the coach, sparring partners. Yeah, there's definitely players in Asia that have that kind of lifestyle.
Resources,
and I mean, it's good, it's cool.
Yeah, so, and hopefully, like the Smash events, the Champions, whatever, these bigger events will, grow awareness, enable the players more chances to play, and help kind of, eventually one day everyone can have this setup. Like you said, it's growing to that point. Hopefully,
obviously. I mean, it's something already. Like, I know they're trying hard, and it's not easy because we're like a small sport compared to many others, but something is moving, something is going, and as you said, also like social media, they push so hard, and like at least people know now that we exist, that we're not like that sport you play, on the beach in Italy, like everyone would have, oh yeah, I'm so good.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no.
That's very true. I think if you compare table tennis, let's say 10 years ago with like the ITTF World Tours and stuff, I mean, they were cool events, but they didn't have like it wasn't nothing like it is now with the fans coming along and people watching, and it's much more of an experience now. So hopefully long term, by going down that road, it will just grow everything.
I hope for the future players, like for the young players, maybe when they play seniors, that it will be at that point that they don't have to worry too much about money, about sponsors, about definitely something is moving to the right direction.
I mean, like at the end of the Europe Smash last time, when Truls won the Europe Smash, it looked crazy, it looked like a concert. You see that?
Like they're playing ABBA. ABBA came on.
Yeah, it was actually incredible.
Yeah, I mean, to do that and in his home country,
and to beat Lin Stong in the final.
It's crazy.
How does he do it? How does he do it?
I don't know. I don't know how he does a lot of things, but it's just, I don't know, inspiring, and
it's crazy.
Sometimes like, no, he just didn't do that. There was one point, I think, that crazy point where they had like so many
insane
rallies. I'm like, no.
Well, how is it possible?
Yeah, but yeah,
good for the sport though.
It's really good for the sport. Like people like him or the LeBron brothers, like, They show us that it's not just Asia, that also Europe can push. And I hope maybe that one day, even in the women's, we can break through that.
Yeah,
we can
it will come.
Get that medal at the Olympics.
Eventually,
and then we finally can say we have actually that dream, that maybe the future generation can go to the Olympics and say to the journalists, I'm going for the medal. Yeah. So that would be nice.
Definitely.
100%.
Well, one thing we always try and ask people when they come on the podcast, like, obviously you've had a lot of experience in the sport, played for a long time, had different coaches teaching you things. But if you were coaching amateur players, a lot of amateur players listening, what's one tip that you would give them to help improve their game? I mean, I know there's hundreds of things, but if you could give like them one tip that you think will really help improve them, what would it be?
Practice a lot, service and receive.
Oh, that's a good one.
You can practice as much as you want, but if you don't have a good serve or a good receive. If you can't receive,
you can't get into the rally.
Exactly. And I'm saying it to myself as well, so it's a tip I give myself.
That's a good tip for sure.
But yeah, I think that would definitely be something. I mean, it can be fast. If you have a good serve, maybe you score right away.
True.
So
such an important
you can train 100 hours topspin, but if you don't get to make that topspin because you missed the receive,
right?
What's the point?
It's so true, isn't it? Yeah. I actually played competition recently before this event, locally, back home. And I was struggling. I was like, oh my God, this sport is so serve receive. You know, because I was top spinning feeling great in the warm-up.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And
you start serving like,
oh, fantastic.
Can we just start like this now? Just like serve it in.
I actually had this one thing, right? Maybe I'm just a bit crazy, but I think stepping off the table by 1 meter and just chucking the ball into the court like tennis and straight away into top to top.
That would be
the sport. I would be world class. We'd be top 10 in the world. Like, you know, just get rid of the serve receive. Could you imagine? Like, because then you're instantly into a rally.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we can play a big top spins.
Maybe we should propose
it.
They can
rules
change the rules sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of players would be happy, probably.
Yeah, all the players with like really awkward serves. They're like, no.
Yeah.
Go and go.
Yeah. Wind your chin. You can't do that serve now. So I don't know. Yeah, it's just it makes you go, wow. It is such a serve receive game until those rallies come.
Yeah.
And you have to practice it a lot. And one of the guys at this tournament is very good in the short game. And my friend trains with him. Mm-hmm. And because he only practices, let's say, 2 hours a week because he works full time in London, all he does when he goes to the training hall doesn't even do forehand drive. He just goes straight to touch, and flick, touch, flick, serve, touch, because he only has 2 hours a week, right? And then he still competes at a higher level.
So he's really good at returning, and then when it comes to forehand, he can't do a forehand top spin. Can you imagine?
But yeah, so
probably more difficult to learn also, like to serve, receive, and
it takes longer
than
maybe
making a topspin, like to understand like how to touch the ball.
Definitely.
Also, like there's so many different. We play on different tables, on different balls, and different venues. There's. And one table is stopping, the other one is not stopping, and it's like you have to have everything at home basically, like now we play DHS, now we play butterfly, now we play
whatever.
Completely different feeling.
Everything from home maybe, or from the screen it's not so easy to understand, but like for example here it's the ball stops on the table, so like it's hard to maybe serve half long. Maybe you see a lot of players missing the ball and like, how can you miss this ball? But like it's just stopping like that.
The timing slightly different.
Exactly, it's different.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things to.
Especially in the sport like table tennis, where the margins are already small anyway. Like it's a small table.
Exactly.
It's so fast.
Exactly.
Like so, the small things make a difference.
I think in tennis it's very known that grass, clay court, etc. are completely different, and there's players that are actually better on certain courts, right? Like that's a known thing in tennis.
Like Nadal.
Exactly, right?
Clay.
And Federer on grass in Wimbledon, whatever. I think long term, like it will get like that in table tennis. I think people will start going, oh yeah, this player
Understand a bit more.
Yeah, like I'm sure Darko is meant to be very good on the fast tables, right? Like the T-bar fast tables. Everyone says, oh, he's amazing on those, and then. Yeah, so maybe that might start happening more so, because a lot of players are talking about the tables. They're so different. Yeah. You've mentioned it. Yeah. Almost everyone talks about it on the podcast.
Yeah, so. Because it's it's already just if you have the same table and the same balls in a different hall, it can be already.
It's already different. Yeah,
exactly.
Just,
it's a big
just
hall.
by that,
it's a small hall.
Just by that change. But
exactly, I've heard recently a couple of players they have like different rackets for different.
Yeah,
balls,
I had this.
You know?
A lot of people.
And I'm honestly trying to.
Like.
Because like if you play league, you play in the small halls. It's super
you
fast.
need a bit slower racket, right?
Then you come here, you have this big venue, and you feel like it's not going.
And the ball's stopping.
Exactly. It's like yesterday I was quite good at home, but like now it's
what's happening?
So there are so many different variables.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's a chess game. It's
chess at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's what I always like to say. You play chess while running like 100 meters.
Yeah,
like you need to be super fast. You need to think your moves, your opponent moves, and all this
tough.
in like hundreds of seconds.
So yeah, guys, if you think it's easy, just remember that.
Is that why we love the game though? Maybe because it's so like frustrating yet complex. Rewarding, and
it is very frustrating because like losing eats you up, but if you win, like it's so good.
It is, isn't it?
It's a buzz. It
doesn't beat
like I mean the video you saw before, like probably I've lost the 10 matches before and then I had this good run and it just like feels
you get that buzz.
That's what you train for, that's what you live for almost.
Exactly.
That moment.
Yeah. Obviously like there's gonna be probably more losses than wins if you're not
top player, like
top player,
right?
But you just have to learn, accept it, and like as I said, see the cup half full, try to take the positive things and just move on, because it's next competitions is behind the corner, and if you let it
affect you
too much, you just can't live anymore. Like it's too hard.
Good advice. Well, look,
wise advice.
definitely
big loser. I'm just kidding, but like from someone who's losing A lot. I mean,
Not a lot. Come on, not
middle ranking players. Like we're like, you probably lose way more than you win.
Yeah,
but
and I mean,
you're
when
always there battling. You get into the smash, but you're not in main draw. You don't get into the champions. Maybe then you go to FIDE. You're in main draw, but still like we're there. I feel like people from 70 to 150. It's
right.
like.
It's that battle, your ongoing battle. Yeah,
exactly. So you're good, but not good enough. But it's hard. But I mean, we try our best. That's for sure.
It's going to click. You're going to get a couple of these wins, and then
that's what all it takes. I lost my last matches like 3-2, 11-9, 11-7.
Well, that's the thing. It's such fine margins.
If I would have won it, maybe today I'm like I wasn't so upset, but. Even though I don't look, but I know I'm like, But
but that's all it takes.
Nothing, It maybe takes one game to get all the confidence back.
Tom Jarvis beat Dan Chu, and that's really changed his mindset recently.
Yeah,
his results have been really strong since then. That one win, and it's made him go, actually, I can do this.
It's just like you have to convince yourself sometimes. I'm good at this. Like I can play, and if you don't have that confidence, you're in, and then. In 2 seconds, you're already down 0-2, and it's too late most of the time. So I wish sometimes I would have a little bit more of someone's confidence.
Some swag.
Yeah, exactly. That's
maybe now for the next smash or next tournament, you're just going to walk in.
I always feel like I know I'm going to be too. People think I'm going to be like but. If you want to win, if you want to win, you have to.
You have to. You know what?
But
people say there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance, right?
Yeah.
And it's like.
Yeah, I don't have that arrogance. I think that's one of the biggest things I'm missing, and you need it in the sport. You
have to have some element of the nastiness almost.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm almost
you're too nice.
Bad,
Too nice.
Yeah, that's a problem in sport.
The next tournament we come to, we're gonna be like, hey, Deborah. She's like.
You guys
just walk away.
Then you know why. Then I'm working on the good things. I'm the right.
She's
things.
ready.
I'm in the zone.
That's what we want to see.
Yeah. Well, Deborah, thanks for joining us. Anyway, we don't want to take up too much of your time.
Yeah, but, it's okay.
That was awesome.
Maybe still go shopping.
Some time for some shopping still. Yeah. It's good shopping here in Beijing. I heard there's a lot of stuff about.
Yeah, we'll see. Or maybe some cultural. I don't know. I still have to decide.
A bit of both, maybe. Yeah.
If I go shopping today, maybe I can do some damage. So maybe it's better if I go sightseeing.
Yeah, leave the credit card at the hotel.
Oh, you have WeChat. China is all about WeChat.
True. Yeah,
can't hide away.
Don't need anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
But thanks you for having me.
No,
that was awesome.
Great.
Thank you.
Guys, we've put Debora's Instagram link in the description, so be sure to go follow her on Instagram, check out her lifestyle and also her training.
All the mountains.
Yeah, all the mountains.
I'm not on vacation.
Yeah, and thanks so much again.
Thank you.
All right, cheers everyone.
Bye-bye.